then they also measured all the lights and all the power coming out of all the sockets, et cetera. And then they've now installed, we've got money from Alberta, from Green Energy Analytics and the Alberta Council of Environmental Education. They put a monitor, or what do they call, a circuit meter, on every single circuit in that building, so that you can see in real time through software in your school or in any school or at the building how much electricity is being generated from any one of the sockets there. And the kids will be involved in a professional development for our Interschool Collaboration Day on the 20th. If we can get 4 more teachers to sign up, we'll be able to run it, where they will talk about this and the work they're doing, but also about the program and about how to teachers integrate climate change into their curriculum. Okay, sorry, I'm taking way too much time, but I've got an audience right now, so if you kick me out, you can tell me to sit down, I will. I'll speed it up. Keep another 5 more minutes. Okay, sorry, okay. Let's keep going fast then. Okay, youth, we try and get people and kids onto boards of Chamber of Commerce, those kinds of thing. We're working on alumni association, so that instead of kids exiting out of the school and then we lose track of them, we've got an association that they can become a member of. We're just getting that on the ground now, so that we can circle them back into the community that they're leaving, the school community. Okay, so in the Crow's Nest Pass, we're doing something similar, and hopefully we will get a lot of things coming out of that. But we just finished phase 1 of this project called Learning for Life, Ready for Change, where we had 140 people from the community take a look at, we mapped the system to find out what the challenges were. We were answering the question, how might we create a resilient, connected, vibrant learning community that recognizes recognizes and builds on our assets. So that was the question we posed to them. So we just finished that first phase, and we're getting ready for phase 2, which will be diving in and coming up with prototypes. The outcomes for that were, one is being connected and belonging, a sense of belonging to the community, the changing needs and interests of youth, and another one to do with youth, raising the voice of youth in our community. So that's what we'll be taking a look at and coming up with programs for that. We've also started with the 3 schools with the University of Lethbridge, a place-based learning project where we work with teachers to try and help them to get their students out of the building more and use the place of the Crow's Nest Pass as a vehicle for learning in all the core subjects, and also to make connections. Last year we did a pilot with Tin Dogs Pub and Brewery, no drinking, promise. And the students went there for class, and they got credits in cooking, and they got credits in marketing and small business management. So that was just a pilot. We're going to expand on that next year. We've raised money, $20,000, to do the Alberta Healthy Communities Initiative. That's not started yet, so we're working on that. And then I took a group of students from Crow's Nest Pass to a youth-organized Rocky Mountain Youth Summit in Jasper in the fall to take a look at issues related to parks and natural environments and how to restore them. So those kids are working on those areas now. So that's just some of those. And then I won't get into that. Professional development, part of my work is to connect with other people, so I do get involved in a lot of professional development. And I use this model here, the personal knowledge management, where it's about making connections with people and then seeing where we can collaborate. So you just go through those quickly in the next ones. ULab, Pan-Canadian Network, we've just set up. We've got a Facebook page, Building Bridges, Lighting Fires, that looks at how to change education. Pincher Outdoor Education Movement, which we started a few years ago. There's about 60 members now. I think that's it. Oh, yeah. Then we're working on a project now with Mount Royal called the Catalyst Fellowship. It's the inaugural fellowship, and they're taking a look at how do we support young people in our communities to become to contribute to rural resiliency and vitality. So that's it. Thank you. Yeah.
That's it, but that was a lot.
I know, sorry. I know.
No, but it was really good, everything that you're doing. It's really good. Thank you. Does anybody have any quick questions? Of course, Mr. Long. Trustee Long.
The Trailbreakers were involved last week with our Regional Council of Student Leaders. And they did a really good job. Incredible young men.
You saw
But-
the bike then, the blender?
I was just
fender
gonna say,
blender?
but I refused to get on the bike blender. Somebody might have taken a picture,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
they were great young men.
They are. They partnered with the Wellness Committee in Pincher Creek, and they built a bike that can make smoothies.
Yeah. I love that. Trustee McKee.
Well, I would certainly like to thank yourself, John, and Mr. Charchin for, I mean, you seem to, engage students and you're able to find their passion. So, I mean, I really appreciate that. I mean, the things that you are taking students to, I mean, the students are really passionate and they're totally engaged in what you're doing. So I'd like to thank the both of you for doing that.
Thank you. Well, no, it's all about relationships.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to our 3 key messages from today's meeting. Trustee Yeager says stakeholder engagement. Mr. Long, Trustee Long?
I grouped it all together. The survey and instructional funding and things budget related. I tied that all into one because it's all relevant to each other. Is that too much?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
Yes, yes, it is.
All right, how about our admin changes? No.
How about our funding?
How about
for
enrollment numbers?
budget?
You're done. The budget summary?
Yes. Trustee Toon, and then Trustee Yeager.
Our presentations were great, and I would include those, but also the cancellation of international travel is something that we should probably highlight as we go out to schools. We're only at 4? Come on, we have 5, 6.
Can't be the 3 key oh, you changed it. Key messages.
Yeah,
Nikki, you know us so well.
I need a consensus on this. Is everybody good with that, or Trustee Long, or sorry, Trustee Yeager had something to say?
I do think it's interesting if we tell them that we're going to be singing O Canada.
We're
Oops, I
not
just
singing O
lost.
Canada.
Playing O Canada.
We can't have 5.
Oh,
You are free to mention it, but I don't think we need 5 key
It's not a key
messages.
message.
I just want to pull what's most important that we need to can share. So can I have a consensus on this?
We can probably,
So right now we have stakeholder engagement, budget summary, presentations, which we always have as one, and international travel cancellation.
no one cares about the travel, but Walsh,
Yeah, it only affects Walsh.
you mean for all.
no, I think that we'll have an opportunity to highlight our land acknowledgement and the O Canada when the video is produced, so that'll be something great we can share with our school councils when that comes forward.
Yeah. Is everybody okay with the 4? Nods of heads? Yep. Okay. We're good with the 4. Okay. All right, can I get a motion to go in camera?
Motion.
Trustee Poitras at 4:20.
if there's something pertinent.